I have to take a little bit of accountability, and I got to own this. We've been falling behind the voicemail, and it's because of all my travel stuff. I spent a little bit under a week in Prince Rupert, taking the train, all the travels and stuff. So for everybody that has left a voicemail and it has not been played because we have, an inventory of like 50 or 60 calls right now?
There's a lot.
I own that. That's on me. There are people calling me a lot of mean names. That's okay. I deserve it. I deserve every last one of them. I'm the reason why. But next week is going to be our final episode, and it'll be pretty much exclusively all voicemail calls. So if you want to get a call in the link in the video description for the call-in line, and we will answer all of them. Speak now or forever hold your peace, because if you call in after that, it's going to get answered in October, which we'll probably have an inventory of like 300 calls. But I got to own that. And shout out to everybody that's left a call. We've been doing the voicemail since November?
Yeah, it's working out great.
It's been a smashing success. One of the best ideas I think we've had. But can we talk a little update on my traveling circus for a second?
Please.
So I've been out of the game a little under 2. Does this year in Spain count for the dumpster fire? And then semi-pro, amateur.
Is it on your roster? Or I mean, is it on your stat sheet?
Yeah, it's on there, but there's no games played because I bounced.
Right.
And then APHL, the senior league, basically out of Fort Wayne, which I actually had a good time over there outside of not getting the Fed call-ups that I'd hoped for. But yeah, I think actually I skated last week for the first time since then, which I was actually really excited for. Hips were really, really sore. It's been a little bit of time since I was back on the ice, but
did muscle memory kick in at any point?
Dude, I don't think I stopped the puck for the first half hour. Like I was paired with another goalie who's like a top Western League goalie, and he's great. And he was making everything look so easy, smooth and in control, right? He's skating like 8-10 times a week. I haven't skated in God knows how long, and I'm watching him. I'm like, it's not too bad. I'm getting in there. It feels like they're shooting like on top of me. They're shooting so fast, and then I get back out. He goes back in. I'm thinking, dude, this feels so fast. It just feels so unfamiliar. It's that muscle memory like you mentioned. But I do have a little bit of an update for you. I talked to 2 Fed teams. Now, the spot that I'm in as far as my playing career goes, I would love to make a return. I would love to play some senior hockey at the absolute worst case scenario. There was actually a team out of Hope, BC, I think, that was asking me to come play for the season, which I would absolutely love to. I miss that competitive, just like that gladiators. Like, we're going in the battle, we're going to compete with them, we're going to go win. Like, sports is the modern day gladiators, but I really miss that competitive aspect of you can't replace the competitiveness of pro hockey with any form of filmmaking or podcast. Like, it's hard to replace.
Sure.
And so I was speaking with a new team in Indiana, the Indiana Centennials, I believe. They actually have a new coach who, funny enough, coached against me in the SIJHL. So he was in Dryden. I was in English River. He cold called me basically out of nowhere after the last 10 years, chatting a little bit about would you like to come play, of course, and trying to see if there's a fit. And I think one thing that does have to change, I love doing my videos. I love doing my vlogs. They've always been an asset to these teams. But using them as a way to bring the community behind the scenes and bring the fans into the actual experience to build that morale and get them coming to the arena and build that like personal level that I don't think I was able to accomplish in the last go around. And maybe a little bit less focus on me, more of I'm the vessel to bring you into the story, which I think will bring fans to the game, money in the owners' pockets, and also help make me an asset to keep me along for the ride. Because as we know, there's not a whole lot of loyalty in the professional sports business, so making yourself useful is very important. So that was great. And then I'm still waiting to hear back from my boy AJ Galante, Danbury Hat-Tricks, Danbury Trashers, the bad boys of hockey, man. It would have been great to see the Danbury Trashers come back and play professional hockey since they folded in 2006. But the Hat-Tricks are the next best thing, and AJ, we're talking a little bit about that and some of their management shakes-ups in Danbury. So there's a couple pokers in the fire. Nothing signed, nothing sealed. But to anybody watching, I would love to return to professional hockey and to any competitive hockey this coming fall. I miss it. I'd love to produce those videos for you, the mic'd up stuff, the travel stuff, the storytelling aspect of things, getting the great drone shots, the bus rides, all of it. I would love to make a comeback in the future and then have us go remote exclusively for a year and get out of our interrogation room studio, which I do love the studio. And they built a brand new, beautiful studio right next door to us right now, which is just getting finished up. But I do like the traveling circus aspect of it.
And my offer still stands. If anybody wants a crisp, clear, beautiful play-by-play voice or color commentary, I ain't cheap, but I'm worth it.
Well, you just gave me deja vu. I remember when I was in Watertown, they were trying to get you to come out to some games and do some play-by-play, and then Mississippi as well, right?
Yeah, I think there was a quick conversation about Watertown coming and doing the ceremonial puck drop with my wife, who is a Playboy alumni. So there was a chat about that. You didn't last long enough for that to happen. So I think it was the same story down in Mississippi as well, but here we are.
Well, I think you asked because Watertown traded me to Port Huron, and you said, "Oh, do you think I'll come to the play-by-play for Port Huron?" I just got traded again. I don't think so. It's been 45 minutes.
Package deal if you haven't figured it out yet.
We do a hockey podcast called Sling the Biscuit every single Sunday. The clips, the bite-sized chunks are right here. Only the hits, the full-length show, which you don't want to miss, is right here. That's Dave. I'm Travis. We'll see you soon.